Grant Wahl here for SI.com with Chris Klein, the president of the LA Galaxy. Thanks for joining us, Chris.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
And we're looking ahead to the MLS season here. The Galaxy had won 2 titles in a row before last year, not doing that again, going out against Salt Lake. How are you looking at this season and trying to get back to the championship circle?
I mean, this season is a continuation of where we've been in the championship years. Quite honestly, last year fell far below our expectations. We have an expectation to be back there every year. We've made some changes to the team this year and feel that we're in a better position this year than we were going into the preseason last year.
Now, you were a former player in this league for a long time with a few different teams, had a lot of success in MLS. Now you're on the other side as a president. How has that switch been for you?
It's been great. I'm thankful to have some very good people around us, to work for a club that has consistently been the best in the MLS. To make that transition, to be able to work with the Bruce Arena and some of the players that we have, it's been a thrill for me, and I'm thankful to be doing it.
Now, this is a year where there will be a collective bargaining agreement that gets negotiated. You were an active part of the players' union when you were a player. Now you are on the other side. How do you try and negotiate that?
Well, I think that even when I was actively involved, I believe that I was able to see both sides. And I think that's important in these negotiations, to be able to see obviously where the players are coming from and where ownership comes from as well. So I'm hopeful to be able to play a beneficial part in the upcoming negotiations.
Now tell me a little bit about the development academy here that LA is putting together. You've invested a lot from what I gather over the years.
Yeah, for us, we have a feeling it starts from ownership that to invest in the development of our academy is one of the most important things that we can do. We're always going to have 3 designated players. If it goes to whatever, we're always going to be a part of that. But for us to sustain long-term real success in our league, in our region, which we want to do, we have to build from the bottom up. It starts with our academy, it goes up through our reserve team, and ultimately into our first team. And beyond what we do every Saturday, it's most important for us.
Now, you already have had some contributions from young players like Jesse Zardes, like Jack McBean. You did lose Jose Villarreal this offseason. You have him on loan.
Yeah.
How are you looking at the role of those young players with the senior team?
Well, we look at, it's one of the things that when we took an inventory of last year that we felt maybe wasn't ready, is that we're signing players at 16, 17, 18 years old. They're not ready to make the jump to our first team, so we need an interim step, which we're hopeful to announce soon, that we have a solution to that. Jose being loaned, we also have to demonstrate that with the amount of players that we have coming through, we have to demonstrate that we can't keep them all. These players may not fit in Bruce's system. We have to be willing to loan players. We have to be willing to sell players. It's the only way that we can make the whole system work.
Now, when you look at this season ahead here, you have Tijuana as coming up in the Champions League quarterfinals. How do you view that as building rivalry there in this part of the country?
It's important to us. The Champions League itself is very important to us. We've been very clear about our goal to be the region's most successful club. That includes MLS, that also includes Mexico. So we have to show that we can transition and be successful in Champions League. Having a team like Xolos in our backyard, it's important to us. We feel that we have to own this market. For one, we've been here and more successful for longer. So it's something that we're looking forward to, is the quarterfinal matchup against them.
All right, thanks a lot for joining us on SI.com. Chris Klein.
My pleasure, Grant, anytime.